All right,
It's
Chris
tougher,
Kelly recommendations. Here we go.
tougher than the ending of Goodfellas.
That's right.
So I only have one movie. This is a movie that I saw many years ago whenever I used to be able to, they had places where you could rent films. And I rented this at Videodrome whenever I was a kid. I'm not Videodrome, sorry, at Video Den, which was a lot like Blockbuster, but it was cheaper. And it's called Killer Nerd. I don't know if you saw this.
No, never heard of it.
It's exactly what you think it is. It's made by the Troma people. So it's very low budget. It's very funny. It's very ridiculous. It's basically about this guy called Kunkel, who was played by Toby Radloff, who had a little bit of fame in the early 2000s because he was in American Splendor.
Oh, okay.
So he plays this guy he's not even acting really, according to him in the commentary. That's actually how he is. He's a self-proclaimed nerd. He's not a very attractive man. He has a very distinct way of talking. He wants to become cool, quote unquote cool. So he gets these tapes. I forget, it's like Cool Dave's tapes where how to be like a swinging guy. So then he tries to pick up girls. It doesn't work out. And he meets up with these other guys that were picking on him earlier in the movie. He then tortures them. Uncle winds up torturing them and killing them.
Oh, geez.
And that's the kind of the basis of the movie. There's more to it, but that's kind of the basis of it. It's shot a lot like King of the Ants. It's very raw, very gritty. It's kind of goofy, but yeah, I say that this is worth it. It's the same film. It's a good recommendation to go along with this one.
So it's 91, $15,000 budget. Where'd you watch this at? Oh, you rented this at.
I rented it. I have the DVD now with the commentary and everything. But I remember renting this as a kid. The director was Mark Bosco and Wayne Harold, and they were most famous for their movie Girlfriends, which was a film about a lesbian couple that pick up men to kill and rob them.
This is very Troma, isn't it, this film?
No, yeah. I love Troma. All those movies, they're fantastic. You just got, just think of it, just take two ideas, doesn't matter if they go together, throw it up against the wall, see what happens. That's it. They're just fantastic stuff. You have, one actor playing like 9 different characters. They barely dress them differently, It's just.
Wow.
It's beautiful. I love movies like that.
So right now on Rotten Tomatoes, it has a 30% audience score and 27 ratings.
Hell yeah.
This is an obscure one right here.
It's a fantastic. I'll have to let you borrow it. It's great. I love that movie.
Right, so if you're into Troma, right, and kind of super low budget.
I'd say if you like King of the Ants, or even if you didn't really like it, if you want something that'll complement King of the Ants, along the same lines, I would say Killer Nerd is one of them. The follow-up to it, Bride of Killer Nerd, not so much. That one was just straight oddball comedy, but yeah.
No, I love it. Well, thanks for joining me on this one, Chris Kelly, for King of the Ants.
Yeah, thank you very much for having me on, man.
All right, so for Movies, Films, and Flicks, this is Mark Hoffmeyer and Chris Mad Dog Kelly. We'll see you next week.